All right.
Morning pod.
All right.
Saturday morning pod.
Saturday morning pod. Let's do it. We're changing the name.
Yeah, because I got to go to Jersey for a 1-year-old's birthday.
Hey, and that 1-year-old's gonna be real upset if you don't come.
Dude, gonna be pissed.
Yeah, he's gonna write it in his diary.
Yeah, well, it's going to be spicy because I got two sides of my family going. One side's on the left, one side's on the right, and it's going to be a civil war.
Oh my God! For the political allegiance of this 1-year-old. That's what we're fighting over.
Did I tell you about my cousin has 3 kids, twins, and then this 1-year-old. When the twins were about to be born, they had a gender reveal.
Of course.
And then my family placed bets on the gender of the twins.
You know,
That's the type of family I'm from.
that it would be shocking if we had just met, but I think I understand enough context about your family where I go, I'd be shocked if they didn't bet.
It would have been weird if
It would have been weird if they had gone, let's just watch this gender reveal and just appreciate what gender it's going to be.
No, they can't do that. People
let's
need to win and lose life-changing money.
keep our wallets in our pockets just for this time. Let's be a healthy family and let's watch this gender reveal. Let's not get a bookie involved in these fetuses.
Well, they're all bookies. That's the
They're all
ironic thing.
bookies,
So
yes.
they're all taking each other's bets.
You know what the funniest thing is? For the longest time, I thought bookies were just like literally like dudes who carried around like a book. And I understand like there is a book that like exists, but like it's like what do you call like horse riders? There's like a goofy name for a horse
Like
rider.
equestrians?
No, but like the little guys.
Jockeys.
Yeah, jockeys and bookies. Like it was like jockeys are just like riding horses, and then bookies are always carrying around books, and they're also little guys.
That's nerds.
yeah. They're just like they're in the back of like a bar or like of a deli in like a small door. Like there's like a smaller door, and you open. It's basically an elf with a giant book, and then they're keeping all the bets written down.
That's what you thought a bookie was.
That's what I thought. Keebler elves, accountants for gamblers, for criminals. That's what I thought a bookie was.
You're way too whimsical with your trash.
Yeah, right. And then to and from work, they would ride a corgi because that's what they do. That's what they do. So yeah, that's my understanding of a bookie. So I imagine a large majority of your family are tiny elf-like people who carry around giant books.
Very much not.
Yeah.
Just very much Budweiser chugging.
Yeah.
Americans. This is the same family that had a Trump 2016 sign on their front yard, and then for Trump 2020, they just took some duct tape, put it over 2016, and put 2020.
Right.
That's how we do it.
Right. That's a budget solution. That's a budget solution. You're balling on a budget there when you just kind of scribble over and make a quick edit. I'm just gonna do a quick edit.
Yeah.
It'd be great if you peeled off the 16 and it was when he ran in like 2012 or like 2010.
Yeah, it's a year he didn't even run.
It's a year he didn't even run. They were like, I thought it was gonna happen. I jumped the gun a little bit. He decided not to run. Didn't he run in 08?
I don't think he ran in 08.
I'm pretty sure
He might
2016
have talked about it.
I thought he like tried and then got like laughed off. And I thought 16 was when he came back in full force.
No,
Got his shit together.
2016, he was like...
Oh, you know what? You're right. He was talking about it for years.
Talked about for years.
For years.
And then once they roasted him at the Obama press dinner,
Yeah.
that he was like, oh, okay, guess what? I'm about to take this shit over.
That's the funniest thing in the world because it's like, imagine how many jokes were told about how many people over the course of years at these roasts, at these correspondence dinner. Like, nobody is safe when you just show up and you just grill everybody in the audience, right?
Right.
How many presidential campaigns have come out of the one where one literally
the greatest American of all time. That's who.
He didn't look at the landscape of America. He just went, I didn't care for what you said about me. It's the Michael Jordan. I took that personally.
That's exactly what it was. He just sat there and was like, I guess I got to become the president now.
I guess I got to become the president now because fucking Obama, not an American, fucking making fun of me on stage. Gonna get him.
Kids in high school can't even do that. Trump did it with the free world.
Yeah, exactly.
So that's
Okay.
that's where I'll be in Jersey. I don't know if gambling will happen. I don't know if people are going to be like, is this kid going to turn 2?
Right.
That's
That's
in on
the
if he's
better
gonna
one.
turn 2.
That's the better. Well, when are his teeth gonna start coming in?
Oh my!
month on
You're
that?
assuming they're gonna grow teeth.
Oh, they're not gonna grow
I
teeth.
mean, we're talking about trash, baby.
Duck babies. They just got bills and like they just grow little shreds. Isn't that the case? Ducks like have like tiny fucking teeth.
I can't comment on duck teeth. I don't think they have teeth. I don't think you could grow teeth in bills.
But I think the bills themselves have like little like jagged edges underneath that you just can't see.
I don't know anything about duck bills.
Yeah, maybe it's.
I can't argue with
Maybe
you.
it's platypi. Maybe I'm thinking of platypi.
That I'll believe.
Yeah,
more
right.
than the ducks.
Right. I mean, if you told me a platypus has wings, I'd be like, I really
I
can't.
assume they
I really
already
can't.
did. Do they not?
No.
Oh,
No, they're like duck alligators. You never seen a platypus?
I see a platypus. They lay eggs, but they're a mammal.
Yeah,
They have
and
a
they like
beaver
hang
tail.
out. They hang out in swamps, but they got beaks, and they just like kind of like chill out. They're almost like hippos and alligators combined together, but with a duck. Splash a duck in
Right.
there.
Australian? I believe so.
You know, I think they're just of the world. I think I wouldn't surprise me if we like went down to the East River and there's just like a platypus hanging out.
Well, that was a duck at one point.
Yeah,
And that came with the East River.
yeah, exactly. It doesn't technically fall into the mammal or human or like of the earth category. It's just an alien now.
Dude, last summer, I'm
Yeah.
watching TV. They had the Marines swimming in the
Right,
by
disgusting.
Staten Island.
Right.
That's by Staten Island, by Statue of Liberty, which is also by Staten Island.
Yeah.
And
We're all by Staten Island.
that's also true.
Yeah.
Pete Davidson, fight me. Come on the pod.
Sure.
And the Marines are swimming through the water. And I'm at my girlfriend's place, and I was like, "What are these people? They're gonna die!"
Right.
And there,
Right.
oh, and her mom was like, "Why is the water bad?" I was like, "It's." I think they're becoming Captain America. That's how bad the water is. I think they're
yes.
jumping in.
No, they're becoming Red Skull. Their faces are gonna melt off.
Oh my God! Have we checked on these people?
Yeah. I think it would be the funniest thing if you did all the Marine training and like, you know, like the whatever they try to like drown you in the shores of the ocean or whatever, the aggressive training to become a Marine.
Right.
And then you jump in the East River and you're like, or like
That's
they
what
tell you
did
to
it.
jump in the East River and they're like, no way. No way. I will fucking swim in the dark, pitch black at 5 a.m. while
Yeah.
bullets are whizzing over me. Not getting in this water. No, thank you.
Nope.
So yesterday I was biking back from my brother's place. Shout out my brother, who made me bike 5 miles to pick up his set of keys.
But you couldn't watch your dog.
Couldn't watch my dog.
Couldn't watch your dog for another hour.
Couldn't watch my dog for another hour, but I had to come bike and pick up his shit. Shout out. He's on his way to see my mom, and then he's going to an Airbnb. It doesn't matter. On my way back, I saw what I can only describe as just magic. Just truly a magical person. Yeah, magical person.
Gay?
Could be.
All right.
Didn't ask. But so I'm on a bike. I'm at a red light. I'm waiting for it to go, and I see this guy on a bike just swerving into traffic, just like wobbling, like cars are coming up to him and stopping, and he's just going whoa, like, hey, I got it, and he is balancing a ball on his head. So riding a bike.
Okay.
With a ball just on his hands, just on the handles, balancing a ball on his head
What kind of ball is it?
like a dodgeball. So like a
Interesting. Like
And
a red rubber ball.
yeah. And he's literally just going, just
Well,
and
to balance it, of course.
and he goes the whole block. He had come from block. He goes the whole block across, and all he keeps saying, like for any car, like he's literally stopping traffic and going, I got it. Don't worry. I got it.
I'm a professional.
I'm a professional. I got it. And so I keep going, and I swear to God, I went 3/4 of a mile down, and he just went a whole nother direction. He crosses the street in front of me again, hadn't stopped. This
No.
guy has gone like as far as I biked. He went the same, balancing a ball on his head. And, you know, I don't know what kind of performance enhancements he's on or what's going on, but I just want that in my life. Like, I'm ready for that level of focus and commitment
Yes.
to an idea. If he had not chosen to do ball balancing on his bike, he could have been the new Elon Musk. If he had just committed to an app he would be the most rich man in the entire world. He would be the richest person in the entire world. I'm telling you. That level of dedication to comedy, he'd have 3 Netflix specials by now. That's all I'm saying. I mean, it's just, I was blown away.
Black people always make fun of white people because they're like, white people skydive. White people want to pet lions and shit.
Yeah.
And then you're like, is that a black guy balancing a dodgeball in his head through traffic?
Yeah.
White people wouldn't do that.
Yeah.
You'll go around here, especially for some reason, black teens love to pop wheelies for like 3 blocks.
Oh, yeah.
Through traffic.
You guys don't get the dirt bikers and 4-wheelers over here, do you?
Not as much here and there, but
Right.
a lot. For some reason, by One World Trade, black teens love to hop wheelies.
Yes. Yeah, and then just go with
And
it.
they
Fucking go. There's this, I would say it's the purest form, it's the artistic form of the Showtime on the subway trains. Because they're not asking for any money. It's just a performance.
It's for the love of it.
It's for the love of it. They're
That's it.
just passionate. This dude, one word, passionate.
Mm-hmm.
The bouncing the ball in his head. He did not seem like a guy who wanted attention.
I was going to say crack. Was the word I was looking for. One word, crack.
Listen, if crack allowed me to balance a ball on my head while riding a bike for 5 miles, I don't know. I would think about it. I would consider it. I would consider crack.
I think his natural center of gravity allows him to balance that ball. I think crack allows him to do that on a bike through traffic.
Right. To stop traffic. And just it was the funniest thing because anyone else under any other circumstances would have been hit by the cars. The cars, New York cars would just go, "Well, fuck your face off. I'm gonna bump you. You're gonna."
What neighborhood is this?
This is trying to think. It's south of Grand Street. I don't know what. It's like it was like. It was basically the Hasidic Jewish neighborhood.
Okay.
So it was like
Checks
it was
out.
sort of the outskirts of it. So it was like right around the edge of it.
Right.
Oh, it was just outside of the Pratt campus too. So between the Hasidic neighborhoods and Pratt campus.
Okay.
So right. So
This checks out.
checks out. I was just but every single car just looked at him and they were like, "All right, okay." I'm not even. They're just.
You can't even do anything.
You're completely disarmed. You cannot be upset. You're just like, I want to see how this plays out. Is he going to drop it? I'm fascinated. I'm stopped in traffic. Do we have the same pants on?
We might. Cadden?
Yeah.
Yeah. Corduroy shorts,
Yeah.
you dumb bitches.
I just got a fucking little. I got a little lighter shade. I got one shade up.
Yeah, you have one shade up. Khaki.
They're great.
Listen to this story. Speaking of Jews.
Okay.
Listen to this here. I found out. So I went out with this girl a few years ago. Okay.
Okay. Is this the one I know?
No, I don't think you never met. I only went out with her a handful of times.
Sure.
And I met her through people I know.
Okay.
And I never really followed up with her because
Would you go on one date?
a handful.
Okay.
I didn't really like her.
Okay.
No, nothing against her, just not my cup of tea.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
So I find out through the friends recently
Yep.
that she thinks I'm anti-Semitic.
Woo.
Jewish girl, obviously.
Okay.
And I was like, what?
Yeah.
Why?
Yeah.
And they said, apparently something where she said, what would your parents think if you brought a Jewish girl home?
Yeah.
And then you said something like, they wouldn't like it?
Yeah.
And I was like, yeah, what's the
That's them. I'm a different
what's
person.
the problem with that?
That is funny because it's like she doesn't have no legs to stand on in that situation. She's not making a good point. She's making a shit point.
Right,
But
it's not me.
Yeah, you could at least like if you were doing a corkboard of like a conspiracy theory of you being anti-Semitic, she's got a sticky note. She's got one sticky note.
Right.
She's got no threads connecting anything. She's got no evidence. She's just got I got a sticky note.
There's a sticky note. Also, he spent how much money on me?
Yeah. It's like if if you pass a black dude and then you cross the street, they're like racist, and then you're like, no, you're like no, but also if you wanted to start a conspiracy, there you go, you got one sticky note.
You got a thumbtack on the board here.
That's as close as she got in that to go full out and be like that's anti-Semitic. I'd be like he's an anti-Semite. I'd be like I don't think so.
Because listen, it's either I tell you my parents wouldn't like me bringing home a Jew,
Yeah.
and you call me anti-Semitic,
Right.
or I tell you, no, they'd love it,
Right.
and then I bring you home, and then you call me a liar.
Right.
So it's one or the other. I'm in trouble either way here.
Yeah. In your mind, you're like, calling me a liar is just as bad as calling me an anti-Semite.
I'm in trouble either way. So let's just cut it at the bud.
Right. Cut it at the bud.
Is that a saying?
I don't think that's it. I think nip it in the bud.
Nip it in the bud.
Yeah.
That's the same thing. It's
Which
a different verb.
Which sounds like, for whatever reason, nip it in the bud sounds like one of those things like when I'm sure if we looked it up, it's just, I feel like most idioms just come from some racist background where we're not allowed to say it anymore. You know what I mean? Like,
I think that's from gardening is what I think nip it in the bud is.
I would bet money on it, but I wouldn't be surprised if they're like, also if you go back a little bit further.
Buds was slang for Koreans. You're like, oh, I had no idea.
I had no idea. Oh my God. What have I been saying? Shout out new tattoo. Shout out my.
Let's see.
Rawr, it's a lion. Rawr, it's a
It's a lion?
It's a tiger head. Eyes, mouth, teeth, and then it's like you're not seeing it at all?
I see it, but
Yeah.
let me tell you something, Taylor.
What?
You're going to have to keep that thigh sturdy for the rest of your life to make out the picture. Yeah. Because, oh boy.
Oh God. Yeah.
Is that...
Yeah. Hold on. Let me flex. Let me fucking flex it.
You either have to grow to be 6'4",
Yeah.
or you have to keep that thigh extremely muscular.
Yeah. My favorite bit is like when I go like this, I go, do I even know what it is anymore?
I'll tell you one thing I didn't think it was.
What?
A lion's head.
Yeah. Right. I actually, now that I'm seeing it.
It looks like a vagina.
Yeah. If you just look at that one bit right there.
The center point of it.
Yeah. The focal point.
It looks like a bunch of hair and a vagina.
Okay. Yeah. I like your Rorschach test. I like you're like, I see a collection of black and white.
Let's go outside right now to the beer garden and let's go. What do you think this is?
Listen, if I wanted the opinion of people like Clinton Hill, I would have gotten something.
Successful people?
I would have gotten a radically different tattoo on my body.
There's a money sign, a Bitcoin.
Just a fucking Elon Musk fucking making out with the Doge dog.
It wouldn't be a bad tattoo.
It wouldn't be a bad tattoo. So yeah, new tattoo. Went to the tattoo place, and the guy. It took about 3.5 minutes for him to tell me all of his mask opinions, all of his opinions on masks.
Oh yeah, what do you think a guy who's covered in tattoos thinks?
Yeah, I don't know. I thought we were going to talk about like TV or like movies or, it's what I hope. It's like that's my wheelhouse. That's my comfort zone.
Did this guy have ear gauges also?
No.
Really?
No, it was surprisingly not a Claire's vibe. It was not a Hot Topic vibe. No,
Are you saying Claire's and Hot Topic have the same staff?
I would guess that there would be similar amount of piercings on a Claire's employee. And you know what?
Do we have to go to Claire's now?
I will. In my defense, it's been about probably about 15 years since I've been anywhere close to a Claire's.
A Pennsylvania Claire's might have the same demo.
That's what I'm saying. Like, it kind of, my memory is that the person there looked like they had put in an application for Hot Topic and were waiting for the other guy to move to Spencer's or Journeys so that they could move up. It was.
Oh, that's
the top. That's the C level of our Pennsylvania mall. Was you start off at Claire's, you work your way up to Hot Topic or EB Games. You could go.
Yeah, those are two. Yeah, they're about the same.
They're about the same.
They're about the same.
If you have the same amount of piercings and you're attractive enough, you could work at Hollister. You could work at the Hollister or like the American Eagle.
Oh, Hollister doesn't come off as a piercing-friendly establishment.
It's very
to me.
dark, so you don't pick up on the piercings as much. It's a shockingly dark place. It should be a health code violation how dark it is.
Oh, Hollister.
Yeah,
at a Hollister. Blind people are not allowed in.
Yeah. Oh my God. Yeah. If you're sight impaired,
the dogs can't even help them.
Yeah, exactly. The dogs are like, can we get a little more light in here?
It's dark in here.
Damn.
These jeans are sweats. I can't even tell.
It's the whole store is texture based.
Yeah.
You just got to go in there, feel it out.
The blind might be the best.
Yeah.
I could just see a Pennsylvania Claire's employee going up to like a 7-year-old girl and being like, all right, so we doing ears, belly button, or clit? What are we doing? What are we doing
Well, no, they ask the parent, and the parent gives the confident answer.
The parents like, yeah, we're getting a matching.
yeah, matching nips, baby.
Yeah.
So yeah, Harrisburg. Shout out Harrisburg Malls. Shout out Colonial Park Mall. Woo.
Shout out Colonial Park.
Woo. Spend a shocking amount of time in there in my middle school days.
Well, yeah, that's just what middle schoolers do.
Yeah, you would start off at Spencer's Gift, pick up a crunk.
The fuck is a crunk?
It's Little John's energy drink. They used to sell it at only Spencer's Gifts. I believe.
I remember.
I believe in the state of Pennsylvania, that was the only location in the Colonial Park Mall where you could pick up a can of crunk. And
Yeah.
it was like a gag gift, and I swear to God, I've had like 9 of them over the course of like weeks. I would like come back and be like, that crunk was actually pretty good.
Yeah, you're trash.
I will have another can of crunk. And like the guy was even like, dog, I don't think you should be drinking these. I don't think anybody should be drinking these. This is like something you gift and you put on a shelf and you don't open it.
Right, this is a stocking stuffer. This is a white elephant gift. You're such hipster trash where you were like, I don't drink Monster.
Yeah.
I drink Crunk.
I drink crunk, and if I could, I would have drinking it out of the gasoline can like Little John did when he was promoting it.
Is that what he did?
He made it like a specialty crunk can that was just literally like a small thing of gasoline.
Oh, boy.
And then he would like walk around like the red carpets, and like one of his homies would just like, fucking drink out of a gas can and be like, crunk.
Well, it is.
And I looked at
technically.
And I looked at that and I went, I gotta try it. I gotta try
How
that.
the Mom?
Yeah, Mom, look, they're drinking out of gas cans. Get me to Spencer's Gifts. No, I'm not buying a gag dildo. No, I'm gonna buy crunk.
I'm also buying Crunk.
I'm also buying. It's a BOGO. You buy one dildo, you get a crunk for free.
But you have to drink the Crunk through the dildo. It's a
Through
whole
the
thing.
dildo, yes. It's one of those beer funnel dildos, beer bong funnel dildos, only for crunk. Little John approved.
Listen to this here on a related subject. I went
Related to what I just said?
Yeah.
Okay.
On Saturday, I went out with these girls I went to college with.
Last Saturday?
Last Saturday. We recorded Saturday morning.
Yes, you're right. Right, because I was just remembering you were telling your story about going out, and I was like, are you about to tell me the same story?
No, I had to go out a second night. I wasn't expecting it.
Wow. Are you okay? Are you
I
recovered?
wasn't doing well until like Tuesday. I didn't even drink that. I only had 2 drinks. But we went out into the West Village. One of the girls just got engaged.
Okay.
Had a bachelorette party. One of the girls couldn't make it. So they had like an impromptu second bachelorette party.
Impromptu second bachelor.
Because one of the girls couldn't make it. So
The wedding industry has gone too far.
well,
Wedding culture has gone too far. 2 bachelorette parties?
This was like a
how
fake-
much?
this
How
was a
much?
fake
How much
bachelorette
does it
party.
need to be about you?
Well, they went to a different girl that they were friends with engagement party. So the girl flew in from Buffalo.
Yeah.
The other girl couldn't make it to her bachelorette party, so since she saw her, she was like, "Oh, let's go
We
out."
should just stop having reasons for parties. There should just stop being reasons for
We
parties.
could get into this after this story because I got a hot button issue. But we're in the West Village. We're getting a drink, and one of the girls hands out these dildo straws,
Of course.
and she
You
gives.
can't have a bachelorette party. Did you have a bachelorette party if there weren't any cock-themed material?
Apparently
POS items.
no.
Point of sale items. that's
Jesus.
That's industry term right
That's a
there.
real industry term for a fucking trash idea. And they're like, "Rich, put the straw in your drink." And, I was like,
And then put the drink in your
I'm
ass.
not, yeah. And then they said, "Bloof, here's a tampon," and bloof the drink.
Yeah, it's a dildo shaped tampon. It's a penis shaped tampon. Put it in bourbon. Stick up your ass.
I got a marg, pomegranate marg, by the way.
Woo!
Oh, yeah.
Sorry, Rich's dad.
Well, listen, if we're gonna be gay, we're gonna be gay. No, my dad, big fan of pomegranate margs.
Really?
Yeah.
Boy.
And so I was like, I'm just not gonna drink out of this straw. And they're like, what? You're not going to drink out of this straw?
Yeah.
Why? Because you think it's gay? I was like, that's exactly why I'm not going to drink out of this straw.
Right.
Because we are right by the Comedy Cellar, and the last thing I need is fucking Mark Norman to walk by and go, is that Rich drinking out of a fucking dildo?
Yeah.
That's the last thing I need.
Is that Rich sucking off a straw to get some palmy marg in his body?
Wait, that'd be like the gayest way to describe what I'm doing. Is he sucking a dick for a pommy marg? Oh my God. Yeah, so I couldn't have that.
Oh my God. I just love it because it's like I'm picturing the reverse for like bachelor parties where it's like they have to there's like vagina shaped bowls and you just gotta lap up your drinks out of it. And then you just like hand it to a woman and you're like, what? Fucking you're not gonna fucking drink? You're not gonna fucking drink? Lap it up. Like
Right.
fucking whatever, dude. Like
Pussy.
yeah, pussy. All right, we're shooting guns and we're licking up our beers out of these vagina shaped bowls, okay?
Yeah.
All right?
Like men.
Yeah. And then we got cupcakes that also look like vaginas, and we're gonna eat them later, okay?
That's pretty gay that you're making cupcake vaginas and then you get into pottery and you make the vagina bowl.
Yeah.
Like, did you become gay?
They're doing hot dogs, but there's a giant slit down the middle. They're like, it's fucking pussy shaped
That's
hot
the whole
dogs.
thing.
Fucking pussy shaped hot dogs, bro. Okay, let's fucking do this.
Yeah. Like men.
Like-
Swallow this hot dog like a man.
Yeah. It's a classy affair, okay?
Yeah.
All right, that's weird. That's weird that they're just first of all pressuring you into sucking a dick. That's not
Yeah,
that's not
it's
good.
just not my,
That's not good optics in 2021. All right,
Right.
just let him. If he doesn't want to suck a dick, don't make him suck a dick.
Just my thing. Also, one of the girls started saying how she thinks cops should be replaced by social workers, and also that illegal immigrants should get the taxpayer dollars. And then a few minutes later said how she's a preschool teacher that lives in Chelsea, and her parents pay for her Ubers to and from work every day in the South Bronx. So I was like, oh.
So it tracks.
I was like, everything. Oh, and she's also going to move to Florida to avoid paying taxes.
Oh.
So I was like,
Right.
okay, everything you're saying.
Give all our taxes to illegal immigrants, and also I'm out of here.
I'm also I don't pay for my lifestyle, and I'm also just not going to pay for that.
Yeah.
But everything else.
Yeah, I stand by it.
for.
I said what I said. I said what I said. I stand by it. I had a thought on that. It's gone. It's gone.
Okay.
Yeah. Taxes. Oh, yeah. I was gonna say social workers replacing cops would be very funny. Only from the perspective of like SWAT teams, like they're all geared up to like
To
take
be
on like.
social workers.
Well, no, they're like geared to the gills in like SWAT gear.
Tell me your problem.
Yeah, exactly.
Tell me your past.
I'm trying to de-escalate.
Well, it started.
They like kick open the door and then start a group therapy session with everybody in the room.
I'm an alcoholic.
Yeah, here's the talking stick. You go first.
We were at the Ainsworth East
There's
Village.
a sniper. There's a sniper on the roof who's just shooting in darts of like positive reinforcement. Just like little parchment paper, shooting it through the windows of like you can change. There's still time. There's still time. You can fix this. Take the shot. Take the shot.
How that whole conversation started, we were at the Ainsworth East Village, and there was a line and a half of like 21-year-olds. Apparently,
Line and a half.
a line and a half.
I'm picturing like a second line where they're just like, you know what, we're way too cool for the first line. We're gonna start our own VIP line. All right, and they're gonna let us in first.
No, it was a line, and then
Right,
the
and then it became more. Yes.
and then the street, obviously, and then on the other side of the street,
Oh.
and literally this time was a line and a half.
Listen.
Just wrap around.
Yeah. Shout out, Shar. Shar knows this very, very distinctly about me. Can't stand a line. Cannot stand a line. If given the option to wait in a long line or not do the experience, regardless of how cool it is,
1,000,000%.
don't give a fuck. Don't give a fuck how good it is. I promise you there's a better time to come, or wait 3 months until people are no longer interested in this.
Yes.
Like a perfect example.
Cronuts.
Example. What?
Cronuts.
Cronuts. And remember in the NYU, like West Village area, there's
Cookie dough?
cookie dough.
Yep.
As soon as it came out, that line went down to fucking World Trade.
Yep.
They were so many people
Very
desperate
popular.
to eat cookie dough, not understanding you could just go to a grocery store and risk salmonella for 5 minutes just to eat the same thing.
For literally half the price.
The same thing. And I was like, you know what? Not for me, but I am interested in this. And I promise you, I came back fucking 2 weeks later at like noon, and the people were like, yeah, what do you want? Like there were 4 people waiting in line. And I
Yep.
was like, yeah, this is it.
This is the
This
move.
is how I want to experience this. I'm not going to wait 2 hours for fucking cookie dough. Fuck your face off.
No, they
Yeah.
do have oatmeal chocolate chip cookie dough though, and that no one's doing that,
Yeah.
and more people should. I'm a big fan. That's by far the number one type of cookie, and they did it in a dough.
See, I get where your head's at, but I think my argument would be like oatmeal's more of a texture for me than a taste.
Right, it's like a thicker.
Is it?
It's like a thicker
But it's like
chocolate
it's
chip
literally
cookie.
like oatmeal's supposed to be like a grainy, like oaty texture, and then you just you made like a smoothie out of it, and
No,
it's
they're
like
full chocolate chips. It's not like a
Right, but-
liquefied chocolate. It's chunks of chocolate.
right. But don't they do just like a regular? Oh, wouldn't regular cookie dough taste the same way?
Now with the oatmeal's got a little like a nuttier
Okay.
feel to it.
Yeah. I mean,
should
I
check it
definitely,
out.
I was definitely a Puritan with that. I was like, just give me the cookie dough.
Which is no. I'm a fan of also Puritan.
Yeah, exactly. I'm like,
That's
just
fine.
give me the fucking cookie dough. Like, you know why I'm here.
Right.
You know, like, and people like getting dressed up to like go do it was hilarious. Like, any other time you would have cookie dough, you would be in sweatpants, sunglasses on, shamed. You full of shame.
Well, it's
Just
like the Korean corn dogs now.
yeah.
It's the same thing. It's just for the gram.
Did I tell you that I got one?
Yeah, you told me you got one.
Oh, cannot recommend it enough. That's one of the ones I wouldn't wait in line for it. We did the same thing.
Right, you got to wait
We
a
found the two hands corn dog in Tompkins Square.
Yes.
That were like, they were doing this thing that was like shout out to them. They knew this business knows what they're about. They're like a temporary Instagram fad who's embracing the fact that like people are just coming here for the oddity of it. And
Yes.
and like some people will come by, but after the fad's over, they're just like a 3 a.m. rush, like people like drunk assholes at 3 a.m.
It's just fried meat.
Right.
Fried to meat.
Which
Which
can't
I'm
go wrong.
already a fan
You
of.
can't go wrong with fried meat.
You already
Right.
sold me.
They already sold me. But they did this thing that was like they'll give you a discount if you buy it and go to an approved area that they've like set up like this little square and then like take a photo of it, put it up on Instagram and tag them. And it's just like, listen, I'll give you I hear you, I see you. I'm not going to do it. It's not an expensive thing to begin with,
Right.
but the amount of people who were like embracing it was like, all right, come on. How much of a discount did you need to just fucking put up a photo?
Your parents are paying for this anyway, so who
Right?
cares?
Yeah, exactly. So, corn dog.
2020, I did say on New Year's Eve, and my girlfriend can confirm, I did say 2020 will be the year of no lines for me. And I didn't know China heard.
Yeah. Well, did you say it near your phone?
I did. I yelled it into my phone.
Did you say it while TikTok was open?
Thank you, Jack Ma.
That's the somebody was like, yeah, TikTok's the one app where just like it's just a no holds bar, all your data's getting stolen, right? Like
It's fine.
yeah, I was literally like, again,
You're already stealing it. This app is what's...
right, and it's like Apple's already stealing everything.
Oh, yeah.
So-
So Google's stealing everything.
Google's stealing everything.
Apple,
Facebook
a little
via
less.
Instagram.
Oh, yeah, Facebook is stealing
via,
everything.
via Instagram, via all your shit, stealing everything. So it's like, and if I get mad that a Chinese company's taking it, that's racist. I should embrace the fact that equal opportunity data stealing. That's my takeaway.
I wouldn't say it's racist, but I agree in the whole concept of it.
I'm just saying it's an equal opportunity. I'm open to, if anybody wants to jump in there, steal the data, what are you gonna do?
Right. They already have it.
Right.
So
Yeah.
let me just look at dogs.
And since the very, very beginning of the concern about data, my takeaway has always been, what information am I worried about people having? Besides identity theft, which is like,
Well, that's the
it
thing.
sounds like you can't really protect yourself. Norton antivirus certainly isn't really protecting
Wait,
anybody.
now they're doing facial recognition. They can copy your face. Yeah,
Yeah.
you're fucked. We're fucked.
Yeah, it's you just gotta accept that it's like lightning. It's the lightning logic. It's shark logic. It's just like you can be scared all the time of sharks and lightning, but it's like I imagine the percentage is pretty small, similar of like getting your identity stolen.
I think as Americans, we're doing a good job against Chinese identity theft. What we're doing is we're going into life-changing debt. Chinese taking our identities. Oh, all of a sudden, our debt's cleared. Because now, guess what, China? You're in debt.
Right. Haha. Tricked you.
You want to be me? Go ahead. Now, guess
Yeah.
what? 100K in debt. There you go.
Yeah.
You want to be Matt Hardy? You don't even want to know how much debt Matt Hardy's in. That kid is swimming in debt.
That would be a great like way to like unify a room for like a comedy show where like every comedian who gets on just announces how much debt they're in. And then, like, the whole crowd is like, yeah.
That's just a TED Talk.
Yes. Well, no. They're like, hey, I'm Matt Hardy. I'm X number of dollars in debt. Let's
He started talking about it.
Yeah, let's fucking do some comedy.
He's in like 300K in debt.
How?
Yeah.
How?
Yeah. Student loans plus living expenses, and it's just that. He's 35, 36. So
He's better get cracking.
that's why he lives in a
Better
living
get
room with some, like, Guyanese immigrant. And he has no furniture.
What did you say? Guyanese?
Yeah, Guyanese from Guyana.
Ah. Did not know that was the pronunciation of someone from Guyana.
When you work at Crest Hollow Country Club valeting cars, you learn a lot of ethnicities quick. For some reason,
Yeah.
immigrants from all countries that you never really heard of before love hanging their flags on their windows, on their rearview window.
Yeah.
So you learn a lot quick.
Yeah. Right. Yeah. You literally go, yep. Okay.
Myanmar?
Clocked it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Sure. There's a whole
I
wedding
think
of
it's
them?
funny that you can clock the Myanmar flag. Couldn't even take a guess on what the base color
Well,
is.
because then eventually,
What's the Myanmar flag look like?
I don't know, it's like red, white, and blue, and then there's like a sun on the top left.
Oh.
It's flags that you see and you go, what the fuck
Yeah,
is
where-
that?
Yeah, it's like it's in the Olympics where like if you're in a bar and the Olympics are on and then like you like see a flag and you're like or it's like the flag and then the like the shortening, like the 3-letter shortening, like you just go like the one that threw me off so much was it's the zigzag purple and white and it was QTR, which is now Qatar. Now I know it.
Yes.
I literally looked at it, I was like, is this the made up one where it's like a nation that no longer exists and then they just kind of like took like a team, like it's an Avengers style, like they just like brought some athletes together? Like what the fuck
It's essentially what it was. It was Palestine. And then they're like,
is that what Qatar was?
it was all Palestine, and then they all broke up.
Whoa.
Oil. Oil will do it to you.
I don't think you could oversimplify that situation anymore. I mean, you
That's
got it.
essentially
You
what
got
happened.
it. No, you got it. Yeah, I imagine. Yeah, when shout out to Ryan, who's my brother's buddy from high school.
There you go.
Went to the Olympics, and
Oh, that's right. Brazil, right?
no,
London.
London, and we went. And I was like, congratulations, whatever. And then I asked him for merch. I was like, hey, I don't know how this works, but
Can I have your medal?
no, I was like, if you see any Qatar gear lying around,
You wanted to. I wanted some North Korean gear.
no, I saw them in the opening, and they had these sick tracksuits that were like, it was the pants were purple. And then the top was white, but towards the bottom, that's where the zigzag was. It just looked fucking so cool. I was like, listen, if there's like a shop where you can like buy other merch, hit me up. Like, I want to walk. Like, I don't give a fuck about the U.S. Like, the U.S. is fine, whatever. Give me some Qatar gear. Like,
I want to wear
let's do
an Olympic track athlete suit around Brooklyn. Yeah. That's what I want to do. From Qatar, which is
Qatar.
hiring slave labor to build their fucking World
Well,
Cup
now
stadiums.
it would have been problematic, but at the time nobody knew about that. Okay, this was 2012. It was a more innocent
a
time.
simpler
It was
time.
a simpler time where we didn't understand how horrible Qatar is as a country.
Well, we didn't hear of Qatar back then.
Yeah.
Then they
Well,
won the World
again,
Cup.
I didn't know what it was until that opening ceremony. I was like, that looks very cool. It's like if you ask me what sports teams I like, it's mostly based on outfits and logos.
That's
and
the
color
least
palettes.
surprising thing. My dad's sitting at home right now going, yep.
Yep, that tracks. That tracks. So yeah, I think you gave me a weird look on one of the episodes because I was like, you said a sports team name, and I was like, I like their outfits, and you're like, what?
Yeah. Yeah, because how I grew up, someone would be like, yeah, their catcher, not a big fan.
Yeah.
You were like, I don't like the color scheme that they got going on.
A little clashy. A little too clashy.
Pinstripes? I don't like that.
Little too clashy for me. I prefer like more like a cross, like a hexagonal pattern. You know, that's what I.
That's fucking gay.
Hexagonal,
Hexagonal, which I don't even know if is that a term?
Yeah, hexagonal. Sure, probably not. I'm hearing it now. I'm saying it for the fourth time. It's
Okay.
probably
If
not
you
right.
say it enough, it becomes a word.
Right.
Shakespeare.
Yeah. Shout out Dr. Seuss. Oh no! Cut it from the episode. We're not allowed to say. We're not allowed to say Dr. S anymore. So wait, was the Dr. Seuss thing? We just found out about all those like shitty like World War II caricatures that he did.
It was like 4 or 5 books that no one read. Like I never heard of any of these. It wasn't like
Right.
Are
It
You My
sounds like-
Mother?
Yeah.
You know, it wasn't even. That's like a B-list Dr. Seuss book.
Are You My Mother?
Are You My Mother?
Is that Dr. Seuss?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
That's a Seuss. It's not Green Eggs and Ham. It's not Cat in the Hat. That's
Right.
these are A-list Seuss books.
Those are the top tier.
Right. We're talking. These were like I never seen these books before.
Gotcha.
They were Dr. Seuss deep cuts.
Deep cuts.
Yeah, they were
Yeah.
B-side of the album.
Yeah.
For Seuss.
Yeah, they were mixtapes. He put together some mixtapes.
Exactly. People think Lil Wayne invented
Yeah.
the mixtape. No.
Yeah, no. They found Dr. Seuss's old SoundCloud. Before he made it, they found his old SoundCloud, and they're like, "Oh, this is not good. It is not good."
But yeah, essentially that's what happened.
Yeah. My brother we spent like a half hour there, and he pretty much spent the entire time talking about how frightened he is of everything going on in the world. Like
Wait, a half hour where?
at his apartment to pick up his keys
Oh,
yesterday.
we're back to the keys.
Yeah, we're back
Okay.
to the keys. But it was very irritating to hear somebody go, "There's a civil war coming," you know, like like left versus right, and I'm like, yeah, I don't, maybe, probably not, probably not.
Probably not, because let me tell you something. The left doesn't look good in that fight.
No, it doesn't look great. And he's like, "Listen, we just gotta like do something." I was like, "What the fuck are you? What are you gonna do? Like, what is your plan? Like, are you just gonna be upset and be vocal about it? Okay,
Yeah, that's
cool.
essentially.
Yeah, cool.
So that's the plan.
Yeah, cool. You should start a Twitter. I hear Twitter's a good place
I'm
for
about
that.
to meme them to death.
Yeah,
I don't know how to use a gun, but I know
Yeah.
how to use Photoshop.
Yeah,
and I'm about to meme you to death.
yeah. I'm about to drop some fire comments on a Twitter rant. Just fucking let's go. It's so irritating to hear somebody be like, "Yeah, everybody fucking everything sucks. Everybody's off. I'm terrified of what's gonna happen." It's like, all right, maybe take a step back from the 24-hour news cycle for just take a week or two off. Like, I promise you, it's not that bad. It's bad. It's
It's
bad.
not even that bad.
It's not that bad, and it is. It's like how tuned in are you to not the narrative, but yeah, whatever. And it's just like, take a beat. It's outside. I compared it to like being that upset about something so out of your control is like being like equally as upset about what's going on with like India and COVID or like just like any other problems in the world, and you're just like, yeah, it's not great. You don't have to like give yourself a panic attack about it. Donate some money. That's
You
it.
can't do anything.
Yes, that's it.
So relax,
You
guy.
can't do anything. Yeah, just donate some fucking money to wherever you feel is fine, and then go on. That's literally the best we can do right now.
Yeah.
That's it. And and I feel like if I told him that, he'd be like, "Yeah, right. I don't want to fucking donate money."
Well, that's also the problem with people. They don't want to actually. They're like, I'm
They
nervous.
just want to be angry. They just want to be angry and frustrated and just be like, you're like, "Yeah, we got to get these guys." I'm like, shut the fuck up.
That's the people are like, here's the problem with the left, here's the problem with the right, and it's like, oh, why don't you like go to law school
Right.
and join the government and have your opinion heard? And they're like, yeah, but what, did I explain to you about
Yeah.
the voting machines?
Yeah.
You're like, I don't even.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah. My favorite bit was he was just like, he's like, yeah, we gotta he was basically like, he was like, fuck Republican, we gotta fucking get them, fucking round them up, fucking re-educate them. I was like, you sound like a Nazi right now.
Oh,
I
yeah.
was like, you sound like a fucking Nazi right now. And he was like, what? Huh? And I was like, yeah, dude, fucking round up, re-educate, chill out for a minute.
Right.
Fucking have a Coke, have a Sprite, chill out for a minute. You're getting a little heated. You're getting a little hot right now.
I was like, the girl I was with was like, no, I mean, I'm not going to pay the taxes
Right.
myself.
Yeah.
But I do feel like they should go to illegals because they're having a tough time. It's
Right.
like, well,
Okay.
you shouldn't really have a say then.
Yeah. Or maybe you should donate. Why don't you go donate? If you think that they're having a tough time, go donate to anything that you think could help them.
Right.
That's
She's
what
like,
it.
but
That's literally
I got brunch.
at this point. Unless you're gonna go protest in the street, unless you're literally gonna go fucking protest, donate. Two things that you can do.
Right.
That's it.
But
or you
people
can
like to do neither.
Yes. Oh, people love
But they
to do
won't
neither.
complain.
Yes. People who complain the most are donating the least.
Donating the least.
The least. Could not be donating less.
Right.
They're looking for ways to get money out of these organizations. They're like, I donated something last year. Do you think I could get that back?
Right.
What's your return policy?
Or they do it as a tax write-off, which
Yeah.
I do respect.
Yeah. Listen, shout out. Whatever. Yeah. So it just got me heated because I was just like, oh, this is a conversation where you just want me to sit here and say yes and just nod and agree. And it's like, no thanks.
Right.
No thanks. I think I've outgrown those kind of conversations where somebody's just like, oh, you want me to just nod and agree with you? I just don't think that's gonna happen.
That's what's about to happen in Jersey this afternoon.
Ooh.
Both sides.
Yeah! Everybody's just gonna be fucking grinding their teeth for fucking. Everybody's gonna have to go to the dentist to get fucking their jaws realigned. I don't know how.
I got an over-under of 25 minutes before Chauvin's brought up.
You putting money on it? You fucking.
I'll tell you what, the book is open.
There's instead of a what is that? The signature books for when you show up to events, like like for a wedding.
Yeah, that's essentially what's
That's where you
happening.
put your bet down. That's when the book is just open. You go, all right, I want 25 grand on Chauvin in the first hour.
Dude, for the fucking gender reveal, they had a whole chart for like, here's the odds for girl, here's the odds for boy, here's the odds for two boys,
Yeah.
two girls, ended
How
up
did-
being a boy and a girl.
How many explosives were used in the reveal?
Explosives?
Like what
They
did
did it through
blow
a
up?
cake.
They did it through.
They did it through cake.
That's reasonable. I would say that's the only way I would never do it. But if I were to go to one and they were like, we're just cutting a cake, I'd be like, okay, that's fine.
But-
because then we don't have to do the whole like wrapper, like blindfolder, and she'll hit a piñata that's shaped like the baby, and then whatever fucking
Which is a sign of what's going to come.
whatever genital candies fall out once they hit it is like that's what the gender is. It's
Right.
like, okay. And also, if you're gonna start a forest fire, maybe don't do that either.
Right. Well,
Yeah.
it won't happen in Jersey.
Yeah, there was a headline that was like whatever, like couple facing charges for like an IED gender reveal party where they just like planted a fucking bomb in the ground and then detonated it and fucking I think they blew up a bus.
Yeah.
And I went, maybe that's Rich's family.
No.
no.
We don't have the money for that. No. Well, the problem with the gender reveal, at least for the twins, was that no one took odds on boy-girl. So we had no idea how payments should be allocated because no one thought it would be one boy.
No one?
People had boys, you know.
They were only betting on doubles on both. Well, that's what you should have done. It should have been boy girl. Well, you only get 3 options, right? Boy. Besides the plethora of gender identity, that's the caveat. That's my caveat.
That
That's,
doesn't exist
Yeah,
with
you
this
know what I'm talking
family.
about? Yeah. Besides the spectrum of gender identity, if you were betting and had to narrow it down, boy, girl, 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 boy, right? And nobody went boy, girl?
Not one.
Wow.
So people are at least able to
So
pay
funny.
their mortgage.
It's
that
like
same
it's
month.
like it's like they forgot that they were twins. They were just like,
So
girl,
I didn't go
fuck it.
into this.
Yeah.
Well, no, it's because they
They
didn't
were like, why are there 2? And they're like, it's twins, you fuck.
No, they didn't know it was twins originally.
When they started betting?
So they just put a cake out, right? And they put the odds, and then they were like, boy, and people that bet boy were like, fuck yeah! Second kid comes out, and they're like, "Who had twins? Who had twins?"
Oh, that's brilliant. That's so funny.
Yep.
That's really funny.
That's trash.
That's a great bit. Doesn't matter.
That's a good sketch.
Yeah, that's so funny because it's like you're getting trolled by a bunch of gamblers is the funniest fucking thing in the world. Who had twins? That would be like somebody's just like, yes, baby, I fucking you all didn't believe it. Fucking cashing in.
Yeah.
Nobody did it.
No one did it.
Nah. There would be somebody who'd like, come on, triplets. Come on, 3 cakes.
Well, now we know. Now
Yeah,
we know how the game will be displayed.
Right.
Even though this is just, it's a 1-year-old birthday.
So this is another couple?
Nah, same. Yeah, it's a whole thing.
Okay. Yeah.
My cousin has 2 twins who are like 4 or 5 now, and then she just had another kid this time last year. Obviously, it's his one year
you were
birthday.
saying 1 year, 1 birthday. I was like, oh.
And then they have older twins. So when the twins had a gender reveal,
I was like, oh, this may have taken a sad turn if only one's having a first birthday.
well, yeah. Because what I also didn't say was they live on the Oregon Trail.
Yeah.
So the Apaches got them.
Yeah.
And they took one of the kids.
Dysentery got them.
That's right.
Yeah. They were out hunting buffalo, and then dysentery took them.
And then the rickets came in, and
shout out Oregon Trail. Shout out. Did you ever do the multiplayer? The fucking when you were in school? Did you ever play it in school?
no, we just did it on Addicting Games, which we had a whole conversation. That wasn't a thing for you.
I had Addicting Games.
Oh, you had Addicting Games?
You might have. This might have been somebody else. I had
Maybe it was someone
Addicting
else.
Games. I had Mini Clip, Newgrounds.
Yeah, Newgrounds was a
Newgrounds was cool. Still up. Still looks exactly the same as 2008.
If it ain't broke, don't fix it.
If it ain't, well, it is broke. If you really try to click into it, you're like, oh, this is not a good way to get media.
Oregon Trail was too tough because you also had to like handle money.
Well, so did I ever tell you about this? In elementary school, we had a computer room with all like the
Yes,
Mac.
in the mid 2000s, every school had a computer room.
Had a computer
Yes,
room.
this was very common.
And they were all like the bulky Macs, like the Mac 2s.
Yeah, with the big with the round back, which was like blue or orange.
No, before the round.
Oh,
back.
you guys didn't have good funding.
No, we didn't.
All right.
Well, we didn't. Shout out Paxtonia for your fucking. As far as I know, they probably still have those computers.
Maybe it is Pennsylvania Public School.
Yeah, exactly. So for whatever reason, I think the tech guy, like the computer teacher at the time, was like a whiz because he figured out how to get Oregon Trail as a multiplayer game for every single person in the class.
I don't even know how you would play that.
So
You would trade, I guess?
it's a voting system. So it's every decision. At any point, it would go boop, 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 like you're just moving along the trail.
Of course.
And then one of the 16 kids in the class goes, hey, do we want to go hunt buffalo? And then just like clicks like voting. And then 16 people unanimously go, yes, let's go fucking play the multiplayer game where we hunt buffalo. And that was the class. It became a buffalo hunting simulator where we just recklessly murdering and then we'd go another 10 feet and somebody go, anybody want to hunt buffalo? And we're like, fuck yes, let's go hunt more buffalo. So we're all just dying out, and these kids and their families, they're just dying out. It's down to like the last 2. It made it like a quarter of the way.
But you had buffalo meat.
We have buffalo meat for days. No water, no medicine, because we're not stocking up on anything. We're just buying bullets every time. Every option.
Much like the real Oregon Trail.
Every time we stop in a town, they go, do you guys want like medicine, water, bullets? Give us more bullets.
That's just America. And you're the reason why all the digital buffalo have died, and now digital buffalo are almost extinct.
We were 16 Teddy Roosevelts just fucking crossing the great American frontier, just recklessly murdering the buffalo. It's just the funniest memory of just going. Nobody has ever completed the game to my memory. It was just always there was maybe one kid who was paying attention, and then they were just like, all right, yeah, I'll do a buffalo hunt. Fuck it. Yeah, let's do it.
Huh.
It was insane. It was so funny.
Isn't the actual Oregon Trail wild? Just like the entire shift out west.
Yeah.
It's just a bunch of people in caravans.
Yeah.
And then they see these animals they've never seen before.
Yeah.
And they weren't like, oh my, we should study these animals. They were like, let's kill all of them.
Well, what are you going to study? What are they, scientists?
I'll tell you what they shouldn't do: just murder them and leave the bodies on the side.
And I'm telling you what they weren't. Critical thinkers. They were definitely people who...
They were very much short-term thinking.
Yeah, they very much... somebody came to Jersey or Pennsylvania and showed one piece of gold and said, if you go 3,000 miles that way, and you're probably going to find this, and you're going to do great. And they went, sign me up.
Man.
Sign me up. What are we rolling in? They're like, it's a tiny house on wooden wheels. Okay, let's go.
Like, that's essentially what we have now.
Yeah.
So we have nothing to lose.
Yeah. Yes. Yeah, exactly. They're like, wait, this has wheels? Okay. Yeah, we're in. Yeah.
And that's the first mobile home.
There it is. Yeah. Yeah. It's definitely, it's the same energy as what real pilgrims were like when they got here. Most of them were just like prisoners or like people who had to flee a little bit. And then some of them were like religious, like.
That's Australia.
No, Australia was a prison colony.
Right.
America wasn't a prison colony,
No, I
but
know.
there's like a thing where like they had options when you like were a criminal, where like sometimes they would be like, do you want to be in prison or do you want to?
Really? I had no idea.
Yeah.
I thought it was just...
Yeah, it was some sort of like not indentured servitude, but you're just like, you're expelled, sort of, where you're like, they needed people on these ships to help people get across. Some of them were just like prisoners. Yeah, not like a lot.
Excommunicated?
Kind of, where they were just like, you're just gonna go live out your days in America if you make it. If the boat don't sink, you're gonna go figure it out. And it wasn't like they sent like 16 people at a time. They just sent like on a ship. They needed an extra hand, so they just like, it's not like you can mutineer. They were just like, go do your thing.
Interesting.
Yeah,
The Pilgrims were fucking wild people.
Pilgrims were just. It's first of all, the outfits doesn't make any sense at all. The outfits doesn't make. It's like they thought they were going to Switzerland. If you look at the gear aligns with like clogs and like mountain. It almost looks like they were going to climb a mountain a little bit.
Their ideology is just like, we believe in Christ.
Yeah.
We believe in the Bible.
Yeah.
Gay marriage is illegal.
Yeah.
So we will go in our stockings,
Yeah.
big hats and capes
Yeah.
to a new land.
And my favorite bit is we believe at the time they were like Nazareth. They're fucking, everything's down. The Bible, they got it. They're like Middle East. Let's go the entire opposite. Let's go as far away as we know, away from where Christ is, and then we're gonna go figure it out. We're gonna go do something.
They had to spread the word.
We're gonna flip them. We're gonna go door to door in America and ask if they know about the good Lord.
Isn't that with religion? Back then, especially.
Uh-huh.
You would think if religion was like a good concept, you'd be like, you hear about fucking Jesus?
Yeah.
And they'd be like, no, tell me about him. And you tell them, and they'd be like, oh, that's cool, I'm in.
Yeah.
But instead, they were holding guns to people's heads and being like, no, you're right now.
No, you listen. First, we're gonna make you learn English, and then you're gonna learn how to read, and then you're gonna read this fucking book. And this is your ideology now. You have no other gods but this one. Suck it.
And
it's like,
for good.
damn, yeah, damn, Jesus. Yeah, one funny, like, it's not funny, but like the whole like South American conquest, like Spaniards fucking like just spreading the good word of Christ, in their fucking pilgrimage.
Through bullets?
Yeah, through bullets and murder and all that. There's one of my buddies is from Argentina, and they were saying how
Well, Argentina, not a great history.
not a great history, but he was saying how there's like a specific Argentine dialect because of the Queen of Spain at the time, where it's like basically like at the time that she was like, go make this like the new like make them speak this,
Right.
whatever the dialect was. And it's like, that is such a flex. That's such a power flex to just be like, one queen told a guy, hey, you go make sure everybody speak in a whole country.
I learned that dialect in middle school and high school, because my teacher was Argentinian.
Shut up.
So it's very sing-songy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What's it called? It's
I don't know what it's called.
It almost like starts with a V. Is it like?
And you pronounce, I forgot what vowel you pronounce differently. Because I would go to a different, like a sub would come in for Spanish,
Yeah.
and then we would talk, and she'd be like, why are you speaking like this?
Yeah.
And then she would find out.
I think it would be
Argentinian.
have been like a funny sketch to be like, they're like, okay, yeah, sure. Yeah, I'll go teach an entire country just this one dialect because you said so. And then they get a letter saying that she's coming in like a month to come visit. And they're like, oh, round them up everybody. Get everybody together.
I tried to make a bit about it because, like, I was learning Spanish, and then you play baseball against kids that spoke Spanish.
Yeah.
And then I would speak the Spanish to them, and they'd be like, why do you sound gay?
Yeah. Why do you sound like you're in High School Musical?
It's like
music box?
it's like it's like an Austrian. It's like you're yodeling Spanish. That's exactly what it was like.
He was just like, he was like, yeah, he's like, yeah, I can, obviously I can speak Spanish, but he was like, yeah, sometimes I have a tough time depending on the dialect, and he was like, it's me. He's like,
right.
Yeah, it's not their dialect.
You
It's
can't
mine.
go to fucking East Harlem.
Yeah.
And speak like that.
It's probably I would guess it's the equivalent of like Louisiana, like that deep Louisiana, like Bayou, like they're still speaking English, but like the dialect is like so radically different that you just go, what the fuck? What are you saying?
Yeah.
What are you trying to say?
Right.
Write it out for me. And that doesn't work. That's not any better.
Trash. And then the Nazis in Argentina, whole different story.
Right. Yeah. That's a whole can of worms.
Say what you want about the Nazis. They knew a good place to retire.
They knew a good vacation spot.
Yeah, they got it down there.
Yeah.
Or work for NASA. It's either work for
NASA
or hang on the beach.
If that's not a golden parachute, I don't know what is.
Right.
I mean, that's Jesus Christ. They were like, sorry, what are our options? Jesus. Okay.
Beach or NASA?
Yeah. Or firing squad?
Right. Or death.
Or death?
Where are the least Jews?
Yeah. Oh, God.
That's fun.
That's fun.
All right, that's it.
We did it.
All right, team. Same time, same channel next week. Bye.